waiting for Instagram. Alright, here you go.
Just turn it. Just a little. How's that? Better? I got both of those things. Just a little more here.
Hola mi gente, my name is Psycho and we're here live at Airsoft Revolution 15. We are doing our multicast once again on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So we're capturing all three platforms all at once. What's up, Evan? Shout out to Evan on Facebook. And can you put up YouTube on your screen there so we can see if anybody else is commenting on YouTube? And then our friends here on Instagram, Mr. Motosofter has just joined us. What up? Shout out to you, my dude. Alright, guys. So, real quick, so let me address you guys first, Facebook and Instagram. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, it's Airsoft Revolution 15 on YouTube. Subscribe, hit our notification button, that way you guys can actually see or go back later on and see what we're talking about whenever we talk about sponsors or, you know, different events, because actually on YouTube the format's a little bit different, so we actually go down a list of topics that we like to talk about. Alright guys, so now back to you guys. Alright guys, so real quick, we're going to go give a shout out to our sponsors. This video is brought to you by Overwatch Tactics presents Conquest of Avalon. I was going to say Conquest of Soul. Conquest of Avalon 2 happening at the Renaissance Fair, guys, on November 10th and 11th. Now, the tickets are still available. They just picked up a new sponsor as well. Shout out to Evic, one of our distributors. As well as you guys know that their new outpost is in Houston. Shout out to those guys for joining on with the club for Overwatch. Congratulations to Overwatch. All right, guys. Now, real quick, we're gonna talk about bragging rights for a few minutes, maybe even a few seconds. Bragging rights is happening. Let me swap over real quick. So this is for my YouTube viewers. This is Conquest of Avalon 2. So just go to Overwatch Tactics and you can find all that information. And then for AR-15's events, for bragging rights, I just made the event page for it yesterday, so it's coming up here now. So come on down, you'll see.
You made it last night, so it's a really cool photograph of Sunday's battle.
Right, this is Sunday's battle.
Last one.
And all these guys were featured for this month's because of the way they're posing. I thought it was pretty cool. So that's actually happening on September 14th, 15th, and 16th. Remember, guys, Nick is the champion for Friday. Simba's the champion for Saturday, and there's the man right there, the champ, the new champ. He came in yesterday for some one-on-one training, and you know, I just taught him a little bit of new techniques they can use. He's actually a really good player right off the bat, so he's been playing for a little under 2 years. So, you know, looking forward to seeing him defend his title next week. Along with Nick and Simba. You know, like I said, Simba went last week celebrating his birthday at High Ground. He went down to represent AR-15 and the title. Donovan, what's up, my boy? I haven't seen him in a while. I said that yesterday too. Let's see what we got over here. We got Kiwi. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? And YouTube, we have CT. I'm gonna butcher that so bad. I think it's Nick Ross. What's up? Hi, it's James. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking that's James. Yeah. I mean, I know it's James, right? I just said that. I'm coming for the belt when I finish my physical therapy. All right. All right, guys. Remember, there's 3 champions for 3 separate days, so you can't beat one. You can always try the other one. So that's for my YouTubers real quick. Let me go back to our subject here. All right, guys. So now the whole topic for today is overshooting. I'm going to show you guys a quick video on YouTube about what I'm talking about. Just transition over real quick and let's watch. So I'm coming around the bend, and Jesus. For those of you guys that don't know who that is Flash. He's one of my teammates on Scar. Okay? He's very charismatic. He's very flashy. That's why we call him Flash. But he's also pretty fast. He's pretty quick on his feet, and he's quick on that trigger. Especially the polar shot that we built for him for the indoor field. It's got a straight trigger. It's got It's just he's really super consistent with his shots, and he's almost like a turret, like and there's no break. It's just constantly, you know, going off. And I know I'm gonna start a fire here to especially my Instagram followers. Did y'all guys miss me, John R? Yeah, John was actually fighting for the title for Friday, and he came up short by a little bit. Nick definitely came back around and beat John. But yeah, man, hopefully we get to see you guys out there. Would you guys being a champion in 3 days workout?
I would be a champion in 3 days.
We're actually gonna wait till the end of the year to do a 3-day event to where, you know, all the champions get to fight to see who's the #1 out of all 3 champions, and then you would be the champion among champions, the crown king, so to speak. All right, guys. So real quick, overshooting. So if you're on YouTube, Johan, you already saw yourself broadcasted there, man. So I did blast him on that video because, again, if you miss, he's gonna execute you. Especially the way I came around that corner. There's not that much cover, and if there is, it's really far and few between. So I already started shooting him. Let me rewind a little bit. Let me show you guys on YouTube. So as soon as I see him, boom, I already let off 2 shots, and I just continue and I follow through with those shots. So for the most part, what I like to tell people is you got to get down low and, you know, shoot. But here, this is my view. I overshot Johan, and is that okay? No, I don't think it is. But with that retrospect, it happens. It happens a lot. We're gonna start from round 1. Round 1 being the noob player, the new guy who just showed up, and he sees everyone, you know, dressed up from head to toe, you know, just straight. Just straight dominating the field, or you know what, they look like G.I. Joe, or they look like something out of Star Wars, or they look like something, you know, they look very scary. Especially when they see you guys perform, they see you guys, you know, they try to do the same thing. So with that being said, they're kind of like miniature baby scorpions. When they attack, they're gonna attack, and they're gonna keep doing it.
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah, or rattlesnakes. They keep biting you until they see that you're dead. So #1, guys, whenever you get shot, you need to use a dead rag. Now that goes for outdoor fields, or for milsims all the way around. That's the #1 indication to show that you're hit. Like paintball, these BBs, you can't see them splat, or you can't see a definitive mark for you to actually be shown that you're hit. So you gotta have to depend on some type of visualization. A lot of people use their hand come up, and I know I do that sometimes. But when you get overshot and you have your hand up and you don't have a dead rag out, it's kind of one of those things like, man, did you use dead rag? You know, sometimes we have antagonizers where it's like you're behind cover, and what they do is they stick their hand out and they're like, hey, and then you shoot, and they're trying to bait you to keep shooting while somebody else is coming around the bend to try to take you out. It's a tactic that people use here. It's a tactic that people use in the outdoor field. I mean, I've seen it not just here, but in different communities as well. And you know, it happens. People's hands get shot. My hand got shot yesterday. Again, Eddie shot me in the hand after he already had hit me, and I put my hand out. I was like, "Good shot, bro!" Pow, 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 pow. I was like, "Ooh, that hurt." But again, I didn't have a dead rag out, so it's kind of one of those things. It's to be expected. If you're not in respawn and you don't have a dead rag out, you're gonna get shot, and that's just what airsoft's about, right? You come to airsoft to shoot people. And to get shot at. So it's about you know, not saying bang bang all the time. So with that being said, #1, you got to use a dead rag. Dead rag, dead rag, dead rag. If you want to be an active player, you need to have a dead rag on you. Now this is going to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You need to show that dead rag as soon as you're hit. As soon as you pick up that hand and you turn around, you don't have a dead rag visible for people to see, you're gonna get it up in the back. It's happened to me a lot of times. Again, my dead rag's on my chest, so when I pull it out, you know, you walk away. A lot of people don't play hand in hand. Okay, if I see Cycle turn around and he's standing up straight, you know, better be safe than sorry, and I'm gonna light this dude up just in case, right? It happens. It happens to me a lot, so it's gonna happen to you guys. Now that's the new player, right? The new player's gonna shoot because that's the only rule he knows is that if he doesn't see a dead rag, he's gonna shoot.
Or he's scared.
Right, or he's scared.
Like, or lack of confidence in his shooting skills. Maybe he doesn't know or think
I'll
that he's
address you right now, Boomer, on that about the full force gaming. Oh, we have a 15th caller. Dumb. Alright, so that was going to take care of that. There's actually some healthcare center. But going back to what we're talking about, guys. So when you come around the corner and you don't have a dead rag, you're going to get shot, number one. Number two, getting overshot. Now, I've seen a lot of different type of shooters, milsimmers, outdoor players, and space officers pre-fire. Pre-firing is something that got developed because they're afraid, you know, of what's behind that corner, and they want to take out that person before they get taken out. Lots of reasons why. Number one, they come around that corner really fast or really sharp, and they know most likely if it was them, they're already standing by waiting to take the shot, right? So they tend to pre-fire. So when they pre-fire, you know, they're pre-firing from point A to point B. And what ends up happening with that pre-fire is that that person who's standing in between A and B, he gets lit up and is like da 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 da, and then guess what? He gets all the targeted BB shots directly on him, and the pre-firing ends up, you know, hitting the guy multiple times, and it happens. So that's another form of overshooting. Now, that's just something that it's a very aggressive tactic that a lot of people use. It's actually a paintball tactic. I know Dom showed me years ago. You know, when he paintballed for training, that they used to hit the bunker. Evan, maybe you can comment on that and give me a thumbs up or something showing that yes, it is a tactic where they hit the bunkers, right? Boom, 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 and it scares because it's loud, it's scary, and it keeps their heads down. Same thing for my support gunners. They're gonna shoot full auto, right? Outdoors and milsim, they're gonna shoot full auto to get everybody's head down. Is there attention to want to hit anybody? Of course. I mean, it's a shooting sport. You're gonna try to hit anybody that you want, but then again, just happens that person pops up and tries to take that person out. You're gonna get overshot right there and then. So that's another form of being overshot. So yeah, so they can be flanked. So that's a good response there. Another thing, guys. So
just wait back.
Thank you.
You're good. You just read this question.
Yeah, I'm just looking over at YouTube real quick to see what's going on. Yeah, Johan just yeah, I lit him up there. Okay, so that's another form of being overshot. Now, another form of being overshot is different play styles. Now, you have the indoor field where we're one shot, one kill. You get hit in the pinky, you're out. You get hit in the ear, you're out. You get hit in the gun, unless you have a secondary, then you're out. If you get hit in the hand, you're out. If you get hit in the toe, you're out. It doesn't matter. You are always out as soon as you get shot or touched by a BB, right? Except for ricochets. So, when a direct hit hits you, you're out. And it's semi-only. With that being said, there's a lot of other fields that play full auto games, right? And it can be indoors throughout the country. I know there's a lot of fields that actually allow full auto indoors. Up in the East Coast, I know that for a fact. And especially in the West Coast, you know, the outdoor plays, they have like a lot of CQB stuff. And because of the distances, they're able to go full auto in some games, and they allow that to happen. So I know in California, I was going to show the video, but I couldn't find it in my archive because I haven't uploaded it to YouTube. But it's back in 2015, we went to Airsoft Con in California. We went to a place that's called SC Village. It's a really popular, real beautiful field, and they have two different types of play styles. They have the milsimmers in one, and then they have the scrimmagers in the other, right? Mm-hmm. Or they have Alpha and Bravo. So Alpha team, Bravo team, and they split off into two. So Bravo team would go all over to like Fallujah, and we would play semi-only unless you had a support weapon, and you came full auto indoors. And then the other one was where you could everybody full auto, And so fast forward to now. So I end up tapping one guy in the chest, pop, right, and he didn't feel it. It happens. He didn't feel it. Hit him in the play carrier. He just kept going. Didn't feel it. Comes around the bend and full autos me in the back. And I was just like, whoa, what happened, dude? Like, hey, I just shot you, man. You know, the adrenaline kicks in and you're like, dude, I just shot you, man. Like, you didn't feel it? Like, it's cool, don't worry about it. I got lit up bad. So I went back to respawn, no big deal, it was 11 respawns. So we just went back to respawn, we came back. But then after a while, it just happens a lot to where you double tap somebody or you single tap somebody, and people don't feel it because they already got used to that habit of getting full auto. So you get it creates a habit to where unless you get full auto, that's the only way they're gonna call a hit. If you single tap them, sometimes it's not enough of a thwack on their uniform or on their play carrier or whatever you're using, you know, that they could recognize it. Thank you. So what ends up happening is when you get a frustrated player who's single tapping players that are not used to or accustomed to playing a one-shot hit, which is, you know, something that ends up turning into where that player that is used to it, then he goes, you know what, I'm just gonna mag dump this food, right? Well, I mean, we hear it sometimes to where it's like, oh, this outdoor player wants to come in here and wreck house. No, man, it's just, you know what, they're coming from a different environment. Okay, so what ends up happening is, you know, they end up trying to do what we do, where they shoot fast, you know, and they'll come in and they'll speed trigger the heck out of you, you know, because they're used to shooting full auto, and they end up just shooting the heck out of you with their speed trigger, and you're like, dude, I tapped you like 2 seconds ago, man. That's not a trade kill. That's a, you know, you did like long time ago, not now. So, what's the proper thing to do? Do you mag dump them? Do you overshoot them? The answer is up to you guys. I mean, what do you guys think? You comment on the down below in the video on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook. Y'all comment y'all's thoughts about what it is. I'm gonna tell you my outlook of it. The way I look at it, guys, is that me as a veteran player, me as an experienced player, me as a tactical player, what I like to do is if I tag them in the play carrier because by choice, I can tag them again in the mask. I can tag them again in the neck. I can tag them again in the arms. Anywhere that is exposable to where, I mean, a lot of people, that's how I sell merchandise here, right? People that don't wear gloves, cool, man. You don't want to buy gloves? I got you, man. You're going to play the next game? You're going to make sure that you're going to buy gloves after that. So,
there you go, second one.
So then I just tag them in the hands. Next thing you know, the next game, they're like, dude, how much are the gloves? Do you have any in consignment or in the drop box? It happens, guys. So, long story short, if you can tag them once by choice in the play carrier, then by choice you should be able to tag them anywhere else to where they can go ahead and feel it. Now, overshooting. Don't come out of cover to overshoot and kill somebody because you want to prove a point. Don't make a video on YouTube and be like, oh, I just mag dumped this fool because he didn't call his hits, you know, and blah, 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 blah. It happens a lot, man. Overshooting is a major topic throughout the airsoft community, no matter if it's CQP, outdoors, or whatnot. Man, I could tell you a million stories where we go up to Fort Hood and these guys wear about 1,010 pounds of equipment to where, I know Facebook is starting to blow up right now. They wear 1,010 pounds of equipment on top of them to where they're running at full sprint. And guess what? Your little BB, your little 6mm BB that's traveling at little under 400 FPS with a .20 or with a .28, whether a 3.6 or 4.6, or I can just keep on going and just be like, hey, shameless plug, right? Or you know what? Well, no matter what BB you're using, man, they got all this play carrier. They even got real plates in here sometimes for my outdoor players, and they go in, they go full force. Like, you know what, man? Like, they gotta do it because if not, the whole op is weighted on their shoulders. Because guess what? It feels like they have all the weight on their shoulders because they do. And it happens, guys. I shot this one dude from the top. I was on top of the building and I was shooting down. The guy was like trying to get into one of the windows in Fort Hood. I tapped him right, pat, in the chest, and he looked up at me. That's how you know you hit him, right? You tag him, pat, and he gets hit. And, you know, again, your adrenaline's kicking in. You're like, dude, I just shot like 15 people. You know, Raptor's over there. You know, he just was right next to me. Now he's right next on the floor. And he's about to invade this entire room. Tristan's like trying to trouble behind him. Dom's over here trying to be support on me. I mean, there's just so many things going on. And you're just like, oh, I'm tagging this guy. I'm tagging this guy. I'm tagging this guy. You tag this one dude. He gets hit. He looks up at me, brings up his rifle, and I'm like, yo! So, I end up, you know, pow, 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 pow. I end up going a little psycho mode on him. But all my shots were consistently towards this area here. Now, I'm up top and he's down low. I'm about 3 or 4 stories tall and he's down low. Was it my intent to shoot him in the face? I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, because it was like, dude, you got all that stuff on. You didn't feel the first shot. Maybe you did, and you still felt like you wanted to shoot me. So I ended up shooting him in the face. Dude, that's why we're good eye pro, right? That's why we're good face pro, because it happens. The good thing this guy had full face mask. Now, I'm not saying to do that because just like I showed you guys on YouTube, the video of Johan getting overshot. It happened at one of the events that we just came from, and he had a BB stuck in his mouth. Johan only went with eye probe, and he didn't wear the lower face probe, which is his prerogative, right? A lot of airsofters, Dom doesn't do it, where he wears a face probe underneath. And Johan ended up getting like a real heavy BB straight to the face. Now we're shooting like over 400 FPS outdoor limits. Yeah, outdoor limits at 0 meds. And you know, he's trying to clear this one room. I'm behind him and he just gets shredded in the face. If you guys don't believe me, go on Instagram. You guys can follow Johan on that on Instagram. On Facebook, we posted a picture of him. He's got like a lump on his forehead and all this other stuff. Now going back to what I did, I actually was able to analyze the situation to where it was like, this guy can take the face shots because he has all this face protection on, and he had booty cover. So by the time my BBs got to him, he felt them and he knew he was hit. Johan, yeah, that was a little overdone. The guy ends up apologizing right off the bat as soon as he did it. And he did some flash where he shot him in the face. And Johan, of course, kept his cool. You know, and Johan used to be a little hothead to where he was like, dude, you know, But I was really proud of him because he was actually able to carry himself. And he did end up walking off the field for a second just so he can, you know, fix everything that he had going on because he had a BB stuck in his lip. As fast as Airsoft moves, you need to be careful on the decisions that you make. All it takes is one full auto switch to ruin somebody's day. All it takes is one BB shot to the eyeball, and you just ruin that dude's eye vision for life. So, overshooting. My thoughts on overshooting. If you're that good of a shot, and you think you hit him the first time, shoot him again.
I was not to get shot. 2 shoots.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really proud of Johan. He just commented on Facebook. I'm really proud of Johan. He's grown up a lot in the community, and he's a good representative for us at for Airsoft. So going back to the old community standards, it used to be like, well, dude didn't call his hit, I'm gonna full auto him.
At 600 FPS.
At 600 FPS with a 0.5. And that was acceptable back then, guys. But remember, like I said, I have one of my closest friends, if not, I feel like he's an adopted son sometimes because I'm like, here, use my stuff. Or Johan's always like, can I borrow this? And he's like, gone. So either way, like he got riddled in the face. Was it because he didn't call his hit? No. It just happened. Like I said, it was at a hospital. We're clearing, and the guy came around the corner and pow, 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 lit up his face. It still constitutes as an overshot. Because all it takes is one hit. But again, it happens. Some of us have those speed triggers where it's like pow, 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 to where the point where it's like, why even go full auto? You know what I mean? So we need to get rid of that community standard where, hey, if the guy's not calling a hit, I'm gonna overshoot him. I'm gonna full auto him until he calls it. Number one, did he use a dead rag? Number two, if you hit him once, you can hit him again. Make yourself a smaller target to where you're not gonna get executed, you're not gonna get eliminated, you're not gonna get hit in the process of you trying to get that kill. So, number three, if you're that good of a shot, then aim for something that he's gonna feel if he's wearing too much stuff. If not, then shoot him again. Does that constitute as over dumping or mag dumping or overshooting? No, it kind of doesn't. But at the same time, just be precise of what your shots are. Shooting legs, shooting something that doesn't have cover, or you know what? If they're really in small cover and that's all they have, again, that it doesn't constitute you to unload into his face. But that's what that's why we wear Face Pro. Dom comes from the old community to where it was like, hey, mag dump him, flip it to full auto, and yeah, now you're gonna call it, right? But what does that do? That inflates the situation and makes it worse, because now that guy's like, yo, what the hell, man? And he's gonna come up to you and he's gonna come at you aggressively. And a lot of BB warriors feel like, you know what, they are real-time warriors and they want to come out at you and they want to fight. And that's not what we need in Airsoft. That's not what we need in Speed Sim, and Speed Soft, and Mil Sim, and anything that we do as a whole. So, don't want to take too much of your time. I'm thinking we're getting customers now. I see somebody going to the back of his truck. Probably going to have him coming through. Yep, he's coming through. So, again, guys, overshooting, does it constitute you to do it? No. But sometimes it is a necessity, but depending on what type of overshooting you're going to do. Overshooting meaning you're going to shoot more than one time to make sure this guy calls hit because he's not used to it. He just lazy got my camera. Bump me, sir. Overshoot you. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, guys. So, again, guys, those are my thoughts on overshooting. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Either way, those are my and that's your choice to agree or not. But again, we don't want to intensify the situation that's already at hand of people not calling hits, especially here at Air 15. What you do is you get a hold of the enforcer. The enforcer doesn't do anything about it, then you get a hold of Dom. Dom doesn't do anything about it, and you get a hold of me. It happens. Sometimes you don't feel things, and sometimes you need that reminder of that right in the butt, sauce, and you're gonna call it. But as far as going full auto on somebody, I don't condemn it. I don't recommend it. I know it happened to my wife and it happened to Greg now that he's back on Facebook. It happened to them at Fort Hood where they got full auto indoors, and it went up, you know, shooting a lot of people. But guys, again, make sure that you shoot, you aim right, you hit what you want to hit, and make sure you're hitting that. You know, come on the field and we'll show you how far you can shoot. We'll show you how far you can shoot outdoors, how far you can shoot indoors, what's your limits. Don't be wasting all these rounds, you know, trying to hit a football, you know, 2 football fields away, and you're like, dude, I swear I'm hitting them, and you're not. It happens. BB's like, sometimes they fall short, and sometimes you're not hitting somebody. So get closer, close the gap. Doesn't constitute you for you to lose your temper and for you to have to overshoot anybody. One more thing. If you end up getting overshot by anybody, and you are somewhat of a name, kind of expect it. I do it. I kind of know when I play, somebody's going to overshoot me all the time because they're scared of what you're going to do if they miss. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for now. So if you guys have anything else to add, I'll try to read back on the comments, and I'll try to reply back. And if not, guys, that's all I have for today. Tomorrow is a new day. Also in the comments below if you want me to talk about something else. We'll talk about something else, or you know, if you guys feel like there's more that we need to talk about on overshooting, then put down in the comments below, and I'll hit you guys up tomorrow. So from our family to yours, live the game. Now, here we go. ending Instagram, ending Facebook, and you guys last. Because you guys take the time to subscribe and see us first. Alright guys, much love. Peace.